I'm Pastor Sammy, and I'm so glad you've decided to join me again for another special message about this week's Gospel reading. This week we hear about how Jesus gathers together his group of disciples. You could kind of think of it as a team, or call it Jesus' team. I wonder if you have ever been on a team, or if you have had the chance to pick people for your team, maybe for a pickup game of basketball or soccer or something. If you were choosing your team for like a sport, say, who would you choose? You'd probably pick the people who are the fastest, who know how to play the game, you've seen them do well before. Those are the ones you want to be on your team. So you'd think that when Jesus is putting together his team, that he would pick people that he knew were going to be really good at what he needed them to do. So since Jesus is a rabbi, a teacher, an expert in Jewish faith, you'd think he'd pick other people who know a lot about their faith too. So he would probably go to the synagogue or a church or to a seminary to try to find somebody who's really good at that faith stuff. But that's not what Jesus does. We don't get a lot of detail in this story, but from other Gospels we know that Jesus chooses fishermen and a tax collector and other people you just would not expect to be on Jesus's team. So why does he do this? I don't know. It's a good question. Why doesn't Jesus pick experts or people he already knows are going to do really well at this work? Who can say? But it's such an act of grace and generosity that Jesus would reach out to these people, to bring them into his team, to make them his friends and his students and his helpers, and be the ones who would continue his ministry even after Jesus can't do it anymore. It's an amazing gift that Jesus gives us. And I think that it is a gift that Jesus gives us too, because it means that we don't have to get it all right. We don't have to prove that we are the best or the smartest or that we always get it right the first time. No, Jesus calls all of us too, not because of what we've done, but just because that is what God does. God looks out and sees you, sees me, sees everyone, and sees somebody that God wants to love and wants to hold close. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.